Hi guys, welcome back. We are still here with the one and only Anthony Hale.
Hey.
We just talked so much that we have to do a part two because we were just it was so much time.
It was a lot.
It was a lot. So just a brief recap. We started off with stepping out on faith, and I would say the keynotes that we pull from that is that one, we must work on our confidence to make the decision to step out on faith.
Yeah.
We need to have supportive people play supportive roles in our lives because that's very, very important. Without that, sometimes it can be very scary going on that road alone.
Yeah.
And then also those people kind of help us with validation and making sure that we are making the right decisions.
Yeah.
Because again, you can do it alone, but who wants to do that? That sucks. No one wants to do any of this alone.
Right.
You know, we need to have validation in our lives. But anyway, while we did start off with that, I think we kind of geared towards relationships.
Yes.
So
And sexual themes.
and sexual things. And don't get me wrong, this all still talks about stepping out on faith.
Yeah.
Even in
It takes
relationships.
confidence to do all of this.
Even in relationships. Look, I am a very shy person, believe it or not. I'm very shy. Even like when I do one of my different jobs, and you know, Anthony is one of those people who love to dance in the street. I am not one of the people who dance in the street. I'm just not. I love it. I laugh at it, but I am not super, super confident in different things. So for me to be open with somebody sexually, I have to have confidence and feel good about it. And you know, so I think even that it takes a little bit it takes a little bit of faith, like you know, just
But
to
you
make sure
also
that
have to be comfortable with the person you with too.
Oh yes, comfortability.
That helps a lot. When I'm comfortable with you, oh my God, I want to experience you. And I can admit this, there was a friend of mine that I'm still friends with. He's cool. He's a sweet guy. And we were talking for a good amount of time, and I noticed that, like, he would kiss me, like just kiss. It would throw me off because I'm just like, okay, why we doing that? What's up? And he was like, it just felt right to do that. I said, okay. And he brought up the word casual, which I said, wait a minute, who you kissing? Like, you kissing everybody? What? And he was like, no, that's not. He said in the moment being with me, it just felt good to do that. Now, he haven't done that in a minute. I'm glad. Thank you. Because I'm dating somebody. And I'm still talking to other people. It's just like, I'm just trying to figure out who gets there first, who wants to make the moment.
That's what the dating world should be like.
Yeah.
The dating world should be you having many contesters, and they're fighting for your attention.
My own bachelor.
You know, and then the one person who kind of stands out the most and
Is the one,
the one, and then from there, then you decide, are we going to be in a serious relationship?
Yeah.
You get into that relationship. You got to cut off the other people.
Yeah.
And then cut off the other people.
Yeah.
And then, you know.
Consistency is key too.
Oh, yeah, that's everything.
Like, if you're very consistent with the way you feel about me, oh, you got me. You got me. You do. Because I'm a big personality. According to people, I'm too much to handle. I'm a lot, but it takes a very special person to handle all of that. Now, whether you show me that is completely different. So I'm not finna wait on you if you got reservations about me. I'm gonna move on because you got reservations, and obviously it's good enough for you to like kind of chill out and just calm yourself. I said, okay, cool. I'm going on a date tomorrow, girl. Anyway, and this guy, he's cool. Been talking to him for a good minute. He's sweet, so yeah. I met a guy in New Orleans. He moving to Slidell, girl.
That ain't nothing but 10 minutes away.
Right. Hello. So I'm not mad at it. Like which one that shows me that they want to be with me first, and I'm cool with it. Shit, I graciously decline everybody else.
There we go.
I'm like, you know, I'm glad you got to this point finally. But yeah, he beat you to it. But you know, thank you for playing Anthony's Worldwide Love Games. Collect your check at the door. You know, and feel free to share your socials so you can, you know, post the show when it comes out. I'm just playing.
I'm like, what check? I'm still stuck on check. What check at the door?
Cause you know, extras, they get a check.
Oh, I thought spending time with them was their payment.
That was the payment.
Like, that's the payment.
That's the payment. Collected at the door, honey. You did that. But no. I'm excited. I'm very excited. And the reason is, first of all, I'm going to admit this. I know it's a lot, but I've been saying a lot, so I don't care.
There we go.
I haven't had any in damn near 3 years.
Ooh, sweet Jesus.
So I'm a virgin now. No.
Well, you know what?
No. I haven't, like, ever since the pandemic, I haven't had nothing.
Well, I mean, I'm married, so my situation is a little bit
married,
different.
girl. You can boom as much as you want, okay?
No, I'm just saying, like, but the point is, if I wasn't married and everything that went on with the pandemic, and people were getting COVID,
right,
people not taking it serious.
I was not taking that chance.
I mean, that's a chance I wouldn't want to take. I don't blame you.
You talking to a bitch that had it. I was not finna do it. I had called it at work.
Oh God.
When I tell you that fucked me up, I thought I was tripping. I really thought I was having a stressful moment because I was working, hard, then going back, doing music, other shit, graphics, going back, working, barely sleeping. I thought I was just wearing my body down. Little did I know, it was just COVID. Like, hey girl, I'm in your system right now, and I'm finna fuck some shit up. Like, and I said, I'm the most clean bitch in here. I wash my hands. I got a mask. Like, don't fuck with me. What? Child, when I tell you that was the most weird ass shit to experience.
That sounds terrible. Like, what happened?
I was in so much pain that I was tired. My whole body ached like never before. I was at work, bent over my window, trying to keep composed, trying to like help people do what I need to do, whatnot. Something was telling me, boy, something ain't right, and I'm thinking it's just stress.
Right.
Because, stress will do that. Stress will make you
tired, make your hair fall out, all type of things. Not hungry.
My supervisor looked at me like, baby, look, go home. Just because she knows, like, I'm very, talkative at work. They already know if I'm not talking, something's wrong.
Right.
And most of the time, when I'm not talking, it's because I'm just writing music while I'm at work. I love slow days. People think I'm crazy for saying that, but I love slow days because that's where I get to write my music. I get to write my inner thoughts. I get to be with myself writing that. Nobody's coming up to bother me.
Right.
When I tell you, I had sat in the parking lot at my job for 3 hours with the heater on full blast.
Oh, no.
And it's hot outside. I was cold. That should have told me I had a fever right there. I didn't know what that was. I don't think I ever had a fever before. I don't know, because I didn't know that was a fever. Had I known that, I'd probably be like, yeah, I got a fever. But I didn't know. I sat in my car with the windows rolled up in the hot
Mississippi
day.
sun.
Yes.
Jesus.
Sat there for 3 hours and fell asleep with the heater on, just so I could warm my body up enough to where I'm not cold. Girl, I thank God I stayed 5 minutes away. Drove to my house. I'm glad I know where I'm going too. When I was driving to my house, I had a whole out-of-body experience. I kid you not. I'm literally in the air looking down at my car while it's driving to my house. I'm sitting there like, I hope nobody ain't slipped me nothing. What the fuck? Like, I'm thinking I'm having a bad trip. Like, I'm thinking it's drug related. I don't do drugs. You talking to a bitch that only drink when he happy. Like, what? I was literally having an out-of-body experience watching my car drive all the way to my house. And you know what I did when I parked my car? Sat in that bitch for another...
sleep?
Yes. Sat in that bitch for another 3 hours with the heater on and fell asleep.
Mm-mm.
My bedroom is upstairs. I had to go upstairs. That was the most painful time ever. And that's when I knew this is what my cousin must feel like, because she has lupus. Whenever she has, aches and pains like that, I said, this what must she feel like? Because my God, I was leaning against the wall trying to scrub my ass up there. Like, it was a lot. And I told my uncle, I was like, look, I don't know what's going on. I feel bad. I'm okay though. Just, whatever. And you know him. He like, well, you don't know him. I'm gonna say this. He cooks. He loves to cook. So he made up this big ass pot of soup. He said, look, if your ass don't feel better by the morning time, you getting locked down. That's what he meant when he's like, you quarantine.
Yeah.
We locking your ass up. Okay. And I don't know, I ate some of that soup. I felt better. He one of them types where he cooked with the medicine. He the type. I feel like that's what he knows. And I was like, I know I still feel bad, but I feel a lot better than I did before. Mm-hmm. So I went and got the COVID test. I had to drive all the way to the clinic. You know, luckily I had enough energy to do that.
Right.
Thank God. I set up in there, did the thing and whatnot, then came back home, quarantine. Girl, not 3 days later, got the results, said I was positive. Then my little cousin had a flare up. And my uncle was at work, so I had to drive her to the hospital while also being positive. So I'm sitting there while she hunched up over the window driving, speeding, I might add. Trying to get her to the hospital because everything's time sensitive.
Right.
I don't hear nothing else, baby. I know I'm sick. I'm thinking she don't know this. But she she told me that she's like, bitch, I know you had it. Because you was leaning too hard at that damn window for you to not to be knowing what to do. Child, I was speeding down fucking 90. I was going. It's 45 miles per hour. I don't know.
What were you doing?
70.
Oh.
I'm doing the actual I-10 highway miles per hour. Like, that's what I was doing. I was trying to get her to the hospital. Because my thing is, when it came to her at the hospital, I just had to go. I don't want to hear nothing else. We got to go.
All right.
I was in pain. But I was like, Lord, fuck it, Lord. I just want you to get my baby here. Just let me get her here. I was telling myself that throughout that. And I'm telling her, it's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. I'm trying not to cry. And she over here puking her brains out. Like, it was just like, I'm like, it's going to be okay. And I'm sitting like, man, this is some bullshit. Like, it was. I'm like, what are the odds of this? Thankfully, I was the only one that had it. Nobody in the house caught it. She didn't get it. I thought I was the one that gave it to her. Because that's why I was freaking out. Because I'm thinking, oh my God, you in this predicament because I did it. I'm sorry. Bitch, I'm sorry. Don't hate me, girl. I was like that in my brain.
Right.
She was like, bitch, you ain't do shit. It was on my own hand, child. That shit. Because apparently we all have a bacteria that's, apparently it's a healthy bacteria we have. But hers like got activated in a weird way. And when our sick is different from what her sick. Our sick, we can probably get over in like about 2-3 days. Her sick is, you have to get her to the hospital. Oh, wow. Because she's like immunocompromised.
Yeah.
So, you got any wood I can knock on? Because I don't want to, Anyway.
Not your leg.
I had to do something, girl. Because she ain't been sick in a minute. And thank God, like, she's doing good. She's going to the gym. She's like really, feeling herself. Yes, hallelujah. Whew, hallelujah. Because man, that was stressful. But I thought I gave it to her. I thought it was my fault. I was really crying, trying to hold back emotion. And when she had got test results back and she started feeling better, she was like, "Bitch, you ain't do none of that." I said, "Ooh, girl, okay." But her dad, he's owns his own company. He's a construction worker, so when he gone, he has to go.
Right.
So I'm just glad to be there, just so I can help them. Child, when I tell you that was the most stressful ass shit ever, and I bet you the Lord looking down laughing at this shit because he was.
I mean, look at this. Last couple of years have been just stressful in general.
Yes.
Pandemic, quarantining and people taking toilet tissue,
right?
The face mask. Should I get the shot? Should I not get the shot? You have to get the shot,
right?
You're going back to work. Like I was furloughed for a full year. So
oof.
Baby, that was
stressful.
Talking about a stressful first year of marriage.
Yes.
Shit. So
but when I tell you it was such a blessing, though.
I know. I mean, I don't. It's like I am terribly sorry for people who have lost someone in their lives.
Oof.
Don't think
like the death toll kept going up and up and up,
and it was scary. That was scary. Like I decided to I would go grocery shopping because I'm younger than my parents, and my mom is very very sick.
Right.
My mom is an MS patient who also has dementia. So she has different sicknesses. My dad's getting up in age. So I was just I'll take one for the team. I'm gonna go shopping. If something happened, I can get over it faster than you guys can.
Baby.
However, I will say I think it also has given so much people time to kind of reset their lives. Because you finally put out your album.
Yeah.
I decided, while I had to work a couple like odd and end jobs to like just get some money because let's face it, like you only got so much from the government,
right?
And
then unemployment kicked in with us at my job because I guess I've been there for a few years.
Yeah.
So I was able, like, they gave me a big lump sum because
I mean that was cute, but
it was real cute, but it was not enough. It was not. But I guess because I waited so long to like sign up for it, because everybody was like, "Why aren't you doing it?" Because I like me with the IRS, I don't play. I only want to hit them one time a year. Don't bother me. They're like, no, sign up for your shit so you can get your money so you can do what you do. Child, I got a cute coin. I was able to finish paying off my student loans. It got paid off.
Did you? Congratulations.
Hallelujah.
Congratulations.
Paid off my car. I said, thank you, Jesus. Put out the album. I said, you working, ain't you?
Yeah, you working.
And I was like, it was like snowballing into a good thing. I was like, you know what? I could find the blessing in this because it was able to get me to sit down because I needed to, because I was always moving. I needed to sit down because I was going to run my body ragged.
And I think that's kind of the problem with the world. Like this pandemic has been terrible, but it did finally make people sit
right
and be still.
Right.
What the Bible say? Peace, be
still.
I'm like, and we don't sit still because we can't, because that's not the world that we live in. You have to move and make money to survive. And for a moment in time, we had a moment to sit down
and just relax. Girl, I had caught up on all my shows and shit. I was watching Desperate Housewives. I was like really like, well, I was watching Desperate Housewives and I was going through my sickness. I chose that. Girl, I had lost 30 pounds. I was so happy about that shit, and I got mad because as soon as I got my appetite back, I bought a big ass Domino's pizza. I'm not a vegan, but I'm not opposed to trying vegan options because vegan food is delicious.
Oh, it's very delicious. I personally, because I'm on day 7, y'all.
Yeah.
And this is like the second
it's
or
not
third.
Yes.
This is like the third time I've tried this. I want to say it goes back to the key word we've used today: consistency.
Yeah.
And it's definitely like finding recipes. I'm definitely one. I can cook. Don't get me wrong. I can throw down in the kitchen, but I don't like to be in the kitchen.
Right.
So the quicker the meals, the better for me.
Right.
And then just finding different ways to like make things work for you. Like I know even within like the vegan world, because I've been watching these documentaries. Because why not?
Right.
There's definitely like even a difference between cooked vegan and raw vegan. And while raw vegan seems to be the most healthy,
I need cooked.
Crap, baby, that get boring quick.
I need cooked.
It's boring.
I need my food cooked. I'm sorry. I need cooked and seasoned. I need it.
So I mean, you can still season when it's raw. You just have to use like herbs, like natural herbs. Like this one.
Okay.
Like this one. I'll give y'all this one that I thought was cute. I got me a little zucchini peeler, and you peel that so to kind of replace the noodles, and then you make like an avocado pesto. And I was like, okay.
Ooh.
So I was like, okay, this was cute, and it tastes delicious. However, I'm not that type of person who can eat the same thing over and over. That gets boring very quickly. I'm from New Orleans. I like seasoning. I like food.
I like flavor.
I like some flavor.
I need it. Like, wow. And this is like, to me, this is the food capital.
Oh my God. It's why this is my 3rd attempt. It is so hard. Like, we have a mutual friend, Chef Bonnie.
Hey, bro.
And she will be making her she's been vegan for 2 years in August, and she can cook, which is why she's amazing, and why I think she's been able to keep this going. She gets all these beautiful ideas on how to make things go. This girl makes vegan biscuits from scratch, y'all, and I'm just in here like, so you just can't sell me some biscuits?
All right, and y'all talking to a bitch that go every week, child.
Like, can you just sell me some biscuits and I'll be okay? But like, but my thing is like, you have to take the time out, which is another thing I think we kind of learned with the pandemic. You have to take time for yourself. It's like, a lot of times like we drink almond milk. Like, I ain't gonna call out no companies' names because don't come for me because I don't got no money.
We need sponsorship.
We need sponsorship.
Sponsors.
Here.
Hello.
So I just got me some almonds and some water and blended it myself, and I made almond milk for myself from scratch, and it was awesome. I had to learn how to drain it correctly, but whatever. We're learning. This is a learning
experience. Yes.
But my thing is, it's still like it takes time, and I think that's the reason why we don't always eat the healthier choices, because we don't like to take the time for ourselves.
We done got so used to instant gratification.
Oh yeah.
Baby, fast food.
I mean, if a video take too long to load up, I'm pissed.
You that buff man, I paid my bill this month for the Wi-Fi. It better not be lacking at all. Like,
well, look, baby, I ain't gonna call out the company name again. I don't got no money, but look, the internet services we have in New Orleans could be better. I'm gonna just leave it at that. You know who you are.
No, ooh, yep, bloop. So, and you like, to me, I love food. I'm a foodie. Now, I don't gorge myself in it. I don't do that. But I do appreciate different cultures and different tastings. So, I would love to be a vegan, but I just can't give it up. I cannot give up the food.
I think you could, again, if you took the time to prep and do the work.
Now, don't get me wrong. I will expand my palate. I'm grateful for that. I would expand my palate because I love trying different foods. I love it. Right. That's why I was like, when I tried the biscuits for the first time, I was like, okay. And she's like, you like that? I'm like, yeah. She's like, it's vegan. I'm like, okay. Was that supposed to scare me? I like it. She's like, Dawn was like, I know, but it's just like when you tell somebody it's vegan, they, get all crazy in their head.
Oh, yes.
Definitely. I'm like, no, that's not, because I've never been opposed to trying vegan options ever. Like, I love food. It's just, I wanted to try something that was good. And I didn't really want to have a sour taste in my mouth about it. Right. No pun intended. I didn't want to be like, oh, I tried this vegan place. And then it was just like, oh, fuck. I really wanted to experience that, and I wanted to see what the life is about. Now, everybody got different taste buds and everybody's palate is different.
Yeah, of course.
But I always want to go to places and be like, I want to experience what you see in this place. Mm-hmm. I want to experience what you put the love in your food. So I want to have that moment. So when I had Papa's heads, girl, and not even just the biscuits, even the snowball vegan, girl.
I know. So I know people are like, what do you mean snowballs are
vegan? Snowball, girl.
But that's not true. Okay, so I ain't gonna give y'all all our tea because I'm not gonna do all that.
Secret recipes.
However, what I will say is that we actually take the time, aka Bonnie B, because she is the force behind what makes us so special. Like she really is.
She cooked down.
She cooks and she juices. So we have our different mixtures. We have our Kool-Aid in the jar. We have our Calm in the jar, and her and Dawn kind of sit together and they experiment. Yeah. And they sit there and they juice and they make everything from scratch. And that's what kind of helps make our snowballs vegan, because you're getting fresh juice. Don't get me wrong, you have snowballs, and I'm a New Orleans girl. I love a good snowball.
That syrup,
but you gotta think about the amount of syrup that's in these snowballs.
They be heavy.
It's so unhealthy, and that's the thing about it. You can still have flavor and still have something tasty that's still healthy and good for you.
Yes.
I was looking at this video the other day. Like I said, I'm still very new to this journey. I am trying it for the third or fourth time. I can't remember. But this guy said something that really stood out to me, especially us as African Americans. He said 70% of African Americans over the age of 60 have high blood pressure and take high blood pressure pills.
Yeah.
So we are on these pills that help you maintain, but they do not make you feel better. Right. So what are these pills actually doing for you? Not a goddamn thing. They're not doing anything for you. So what you have to do is reset your body. Yeah. To put yourself into a healthier place. The reason why we get sick is because we have an imbalance in our bodies. Yes. And I was like, oh, but he came with the truth right there. And I'm doing all my research. I'm reading books now. Because I'm trying to get my healthy self together. Right. Personal story about myself. I was diagnosed with diabetes type 2 in September 2020. So 2020 was a crazy year, right? So, and I mean, this is going to be a whole different episode at some point about that journey, because that was an interesting journey. Yeah, share
your experience, girl.
That was crazy. But anyway, I finally got the answer that I was diabetic, and that's when I originally was like, I don't want to be on medication. I mean, the first thing these people did was they pushed metformin, and then they pushed insulin on me, and I'm just sitting here I am just 31 years old.
And insulin is expensive.
Hell yeah. I mean, I got Medicaid, but but that's still expensive after a while, right? So I'm sitting here like, I'm just 31 years old. Like, I shouldn't have to do this, and the thing is, I do work out.
Yeah, and I'm looking at you like, what?
I mean,
sick?
I work out, and
Excuse me?
I have a job where I'm on my feet like all the time, so I walk constantly. So it's not like I don't try,
Right?
but I just like it's hereditary because this is like the thing.
That's
it's a generational thing that runs in our families, right?
Where did it start from? Because I got
the answer is slavery for 1,000, Alex.
Okay, thank you, and I'm glad because we can talk about it.
Yes.
Yeah. So. You I'm just playing. Y'all got me like when they used to tell because the lupus trait runs in our family, well, in my mother's side of the family, and the only way it can be triggered or activated is if another person family it runs in as well, and it kind of like reacts.
Oh.
So it'll skip a few generations and then boom, somebody gets lucky. So my cousin Armenta has it, and then it skipped her brother and sister after. So I'm just like, damn. And then I thought about it. I was like, do I got this damn trait? More than likely.
Have you been tested for it?
No, but from what they talked about, no. Because I hate hospitals. I
understand that, but
I'm scared.
You got to get tested. Like I said, like for example, multiple sclerosis is not something that you get from passed down generation to generation. My mom, to my knowledge, is the only one in my family that have it, but you have a higher percentage of a chance to get it if a parent have it. So when I get my eyes checked and when I go to the doctor, I make them check for
everything.
MS, diabetes. I get them checked for everything just to make sure that I'm because I see what my mom goes through, and I'm like, if I can fight the good fight, then I will. Because she's been fighting this since 1999.
Ooh.
She's been fighting for a very, very long time.
Queen.
She's very strong.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, she's very strong. But the thing is though, when they first diagnosed me, they immediately put me on the pills because like I won't lie, my A1C levels were off the charts, like completely off the charts. But instead of going like, oh well, we're gonna cut XYZ out your diet, it was like, don't drink sodas. I'm like, I don't drink soda
at all, right?
I like soda water because I like the carbon taste, but I don't like sodas. Like, it's too sugary, I don't drink it.
Yeah.
But just like, instead of just like walking through what's in your diet and what can be changed, he just kind of came with the, oh, you must do this, or you don't do this. I'm like, I actually, like, before COVID, I'm like, I actually worked out 2 to 3 times a week. I'm
instead of like, I feel like it's also more of like let's do this instead of like, let's try this.
Right. Let's see if it works instead.
For you. Yeah.
And over the years, I've gotten so much better. Like my A1C levels have dropped like a lot. Like it went from like 14.5, which is like one of the highest before you can actually go into like a coma or some crap. And now I'm down to like 6.2 or something like that. So it dropped like a lot. And then like I actually do my glucose checks, and all that's great. I'm off insulin. There was like I ended up swapping doctors, and I was like, oh, and she was like, oh, I don't think you need to be on this. So she was like, we're gonna take our time and wean you off. And I actually just weaned myself off. I'm like, F this, I'm not doing this shit. Fuck that. So I weaned myself off of that. I can't say that's the right thing to do, but that's what I did for myself because it's my body.
You, right.
It worked for me. Got to put that out there.
Side note, if you have a primary care physician, listen to your doctors. But also your doctors should also listen to you. It should be a balance, okay? All right.
So and now, like, last time I went to my doctor, everything's great. Everything's holding up. My numbers are always stable. They can be a little bit better, but we're working on that, right? Yeah. But what got me is that she said, the medication you're on is fine right now. However, you and your husband, at some point, you guys we're gonna start wanting kids. So, we're gonna have to take you off this medication and put you on something else because this one hasn't really been proven to work with pregnancies quite yet. It hasn't been studied. It hasn't been out.
Wow.
And and that's and that's also an issue. Like, I didn't speak up for myself, and that has bothered me because in my head I was just like, the fuck you mean other drugs? Why don't you just like, we should be working on getting me off of drugs to be like, because if I'm stable, let's start weaning me off the pills,
right?
You know? Like let's get to that.
So that
stage.
way the pregnancy can be healthy. Like wait, what?
Like why are you sitting here talking about something? Oh, we're gonna have to swap pills when I get no, baby. I don't want to be on not nothing when I'm pregnant. So so that has actually.
First of all, that's gonna be great for you.
Well,
I can't wait.
It's gonna be a great moment.
Girl, can I be at the baby shower, girl? I want to be there.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to secure my spot.
Oh yes, like my husband does not believe in having what are those things called, like the when you
gender reveals?
Not a fan of that. We'll talk about that later.
He is such a king.
He is.
He is. Oh my god. Now, here's my thing. I would deal with the gender reveal due to the fact that the food is gonna be bomb. I'll be there for the food, but don't have me partake in none of that shit.
You know what? I'm okay with not having a party for that because parties is too much. It's too much.
Right.
I just wanted to have a cute little cake when we cut that cake open. Just be like,
just
it's
to be like, like a cute little video to post online for people to know.
Like that. But like my baby shower, I'm cool. What I would love to do is either have a barbecue and have somebody be the person in charge of the barbecue, but I get to just chill.
Get Bonnie.
Yeah.
She got to do it.
Yeah.
I feel like she'll fuck it up. She'll fuck it up.
She probably will.
I'm like, Bonnie, girl, I'm trying to get you another job. We got to get you cooking because we love your food. We love it.
Right. It definitely has to be like vegan food and not vegan
course.
food. Yes. It has to be a mixture of both.
It's because I'm taking from everything.
Yeah, you go.
Yes. Well, shoot, I'm eating for two. Like, give me that.
I'm not eating for two. Y'all, that's a myth. This is still a doula show. That is a myth. That is not true.
3. You never know. They like to sneak up on you.
I don't know. I don't think twins really run in my family.
They ain't got the run. They ain't got the run. You know, the life happens strange.
Yo, I'm
we got 2 fast swimmers that's getting there.
Dead ass. If we have twins, we are done. We're no more kids. Like, I'm so serious. Whatever those 2 would be, it would be a blessing. Thank you,
but that'd be the
only.
That'd be it.
That's it.
Because that's a lot.
Kids are a lot, man.
Yes.
Like, I don't have one. I just have a nephew, and God, I love this child so much. I literally call him my best friend. Like, I love this child so much.
Hey, child.
His name is Delphio, but we call him Delphi for short. But,
hey, Delphi. Shout out to you.
Shout out to Delphi. But, he's not my kid, and I'm just like, you're
obsessed.
I'm obsessed, and like we watch all his shows together, but I'm just like, yo, I can't do this more than like a couple times. I'm in my 30s. I can't. We're doing 2, and even we've even had this conversation because of course we thought of a name for a girl and a name for a boy, but we were just like, what if we only get like 2 of one gender? Mm-hmm. And we were just like, maybe if we're like super ahead financially, we might just roll the ball for a 3rd, maybe. Mm-hmm. But it's such a maybe.
But that's a big ball game to play.
It's a big ball game to play. And we even threw out the idea of like, okay, what if we have 2 and we have the same gender? Mm-hmm. Then maybe we'll just adopt the 3rd. You know, because adoption could be great.
It could, yes.
You know? So and there's so many kids in the system, and like if we have the means, I'm like, that would be such a beautiful thing. So we've even thought of that, you know. I mean, at least
see, y'all better than me. Because when I was younger, I used to envision like being in love with somebody. I used to always want a set of twins. Growing up now, realizing that's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
I may still want that, just not right now. Just not right now. Because like they're not the same. And you have to treat them like that. Like they have their own different personalities, their own embodiment as like a human being growing into life. So that you have to treat them, you know, how they would want to.
Right. I have to say this, and I mean, no offense to anyone out there like this, but I kind of don't like the naming twins and like rhyming names because I want them to have separate identities completely. Yes. So
you better than me.
I don't like the name.
You better than me. I already got names for my for the boy and the girl, or the girls and the boys. Like my like the boy would be Aries because of my sign, and I just love that, or Arias, depending on how I want to do that. And I would name the girl after my best friend, Alondriana, because just to show her some love, because she's really saved me. She helped me, and I love her for that. It'll be like Alondriana Armenta Hale. That's my best friend, my little cousin I spoke about, and my last name. And
it actually sounds really nice together.
Thank you.
I will say we have picked out names. but I will not say that.
Don't share.
Because one, I don't want y'all stealing the names.
No,
I'm too selfish.
No.
And then two, I would like to just keep manifesting that. So I'm just gonna keep that to myself until I am ready to share that information.
Yes.
Just putting that out there. But let me just say, for the relationship aspect of like the conversations we have, I'm just so happy that you have such a realistic expectation of what relationships are. You know? For you guys who don't know, like me and my husband have been together we are going on 12 years. We've been married for almost 3. Period. That being said, we have had some ups and downs and trials and tribulations, but that has made us so much stronger and why we work so well.
Yes.
Because we've been through it all already. So we already know what the game is. But I think what makes it so important when it comes to like relationships is I think sometimes people just have like these crazy unrealistic expectations of what people are and what like they should be to them.
Fairy tale love.
Very fairy tale. Like
yes.
I actually had a conversation with a mutual friend, and I won't say names. I don't know if she wants me to put up on them, but you know, but it wasn't really about her. It was just like our ideas, and we were just saying how, you know, us both being married women, we were just like, dang, like we see some of these comments, and you know, please don't go at me, but it's just like I can't wait for the man to do this for me, and I'm just like, or maybe he can do it because he wants to, but you should be able to do this for yourself,
right? You shouldn't have to wait. I think the thing with that is like, and I think that's why I move the way I do. I shouldn't have to wait for somebody to like figure out or realize that they want me, even though the signs are right there in your face. Like if you're not, look, I'm on a time limit with you, and if you're not gonna like recognize that time, I'm gonna keep it moving, because like, and this is me, because I grew up with already knowing that I date all the colors. I just know all the colors don't date me.
Heard that. That's also going to be an episode. I'm telling you.
I grew up with already knowing that already, so it wasn't a shock to me. But my thing with that is, let me sit up for this.
There we go. Get comfortable.
And people have their ways about it. You have your own preference. You're entitled to your own preferences, how you want to date people. I understand. Be that as it may. If it's racially decided, you take that with Jesus. You on some bullshit. You like that's
here.
That's a lot. But cause my thing is, I date everybody, or I date people who's interested in me because they're taking the time.
And trust me, I'm in an interracial marriage. My husband's white, and I have definitely had people of both sides of that look at me sideways because like, how dare you be with a white man, or you can't find yourself a black king. Like what? Like what? You know, I mean, I get it from the black girls, the black men, the white women, the white men.
I understand why you feel like that, but at the end of the day, y'all not beating down my door trying to date me. So what? Like, what's up?
But and then on top of that, I just feel like, yo, I mean, I get it. Ladies, I get it.
Like, I really get it. Yes.
Like, I wanted the black king.
Hello.
Because my dad is a black king.
When I tell you, black men are so fine.
Oh, aren't they? And I just seen my dad do so much for my mom.
Yes.
You know, I honestly wanted that. My dad was such a great example of a great black man. I wanted that so bad.
I just ain't got the time to wait.
I don't even think it's about time to wait. Like I said, I feel like me and my husband, like, we accidentally
y'all work together though.
You know,
y'all work
friends.
well together.
Oh, we do, but we were friends, and then it's just like, oh hey,
and it snowballed into something greater.
And it did, and also just like, but if I would have just nixed the idea of him because of his skin color,
yeah, you would have missed out on a blessing.
I wouldn't have such a great bond that I have with him. Like, it's an amazing bond. And I'm just like, you know, I mean real shit, y'all. Even the shit he do for my parents, like he takes care of my parents, like he helps them. Like, him and my dad talk all the time. Like, even my next door neighbor, I have a next door neighbor who's 70 years old, 70 something. He's older than 70. He crazy how small New Orleans is. He went to high school with my grandparents. Swear to God, he graduated high school with my grandparents. I love this man so much. He's like another grandfather to me. he's older, so he doesn't understand how cameras work. So he has a Ring camera, and it's so funny because my husband goes over to help him set up his Ring camera and make sure that his internet is connected. And anytime he gets a new phone, he helps him set up his new phone. And I'm just like, you don't have to do that, but he takes the time to do it to make sure that he's okay. I'm like, that's a kindness that you don't find in most people.
Do you know that is a big turn on for me?
It is. It's such a big turn on. So,
a good man, a nice man, a helpful man. Get in my damn bed right now. I'm gonna rock your fucking world, and you're gonna deal with it. Like,
so, and the thing about it though, it's just like if I would have denied him just because he was white.
Right. Yeah.
You know, like, good Lord. I mean, I can't say that I will still be single at this point.
Right.
But you know, who knows?
Would you be able to experience this level of...
but who knows? I would this unconditional love.
Right.
Who knows? And I don't want to know. I'm so happy where I'm at. I'm just saying, don't knock your blessing for what you can have based on something as small, as superficial as just a skin tone.
Because I'm like this. I'm Janelle Monáe to the bullshit. I see fine in every color. Like, even Lizzo, like, color me. Black, white, ebony. I like that. I like it all because I just find people to be hot. Like I used to be.
I feel like we have another tea coming up. Hold on, we got some more tea.
Okay, so when I was younger, I used to as I was a child then, I was like around like 7, 8, you know. And if I would see somebody fine, I'd be like, I'd kiss him. Like, that's what my brain was. I'd kiss him. I'll make out with him. I'll slobber on him. I'll kiss him. I'll bite him. That's me, right? And I noticed it was just like, wow. And looking back on what I was looking at, because I remember them. Looking back on, I was just like, I have a variety range of people. And then I realized I like thick men. I love a thick man. I love a belly. Thick thighs save lives. Girl, when I tell you, and this is weird, I'm sorry, I'm gonna go there because I can. I'm grown and I could say these things.
Let's go. Oh, the cuteness that you just came up with your face.
So people are gonna look at me weird, like, really? That? If anybody know who John Goodman is,
yeah,
from Roseanne. When I tell you, when I saw him on the live action version of the Flintstones, my heart raced. I mean, the character was an asshole, believe it or not. He was a very asshole. But I was looking at this man, like, wow, I like big men. And so then I realized I do have a type. Size-wise, not color-wise.
So the bear type.
But I'm not opposed to, the slimmer, the sexy, the short kings as well. I love everybody equally. If you love me, I love you. I just really love big men. Because I like the comfortableness that they have. Like, you ain't got to live on no damn beauty standard here. I'm fucking you. This is right.
Yeah.
Shit.
I chose you. I'm right for a reason.
Like, look, if I can't eat in front of you and feel comfortable, what can I do? Shit. Hell, I'm trying to make sure you get your money's worth when we go out to eat. God damn it, I'm trying to eat. Hell. And, and I just, like, I keep talking. Even this date I went to with this guy, I had treated him to hibachi.
Ooh, I love a hibachi date.
Right. He ain't never had that before. But he the one that chose it. I said, you ain't never had hibachi before? He was like, no. Then why the fuck you offer up Japanese if you ain't never had it before? He was like, I
wanted to try it.
Yeah. I said, okay, cool, it's whatever. And I was watching him eat, and I swear to God, I was like, yeah, you eat that food up. Go ahead, do that. You do that. Like, right. That is weird. That is very weird. And I know I'm very weird. But it was just like, wow, this man is comfortable. He is eating in front of me. I love that shit. Let's go out again. And I am tomorrow.
That's perfect. But I have to admit, I don't really watch my husband eat. I don't. But there is something nice to comfortability.
Yes.
Don't nobody want to like keep up a facade with somebody. That shit get tiring.
And it's not the fact that it was just like watching somebody eat. Like, why are you watching me eat? It was just like watching him like really enjoy it. Like, you enjoy this. You comfortable. You eating like you chilling with somebody that you really like. It was the energy about it to me that was just like, I'm good. I'm right here in the moment.
But even that still kind of ties into everything we're talking about. It's still about, you're still stepping out on faith.
Yeah.
It's still part of the journey.
Yes.
Like, it's everything. It's such a journey.
It really
in every
is.
aspect of life.
And my God, what a journey it has been. But yes, shout out to the thick men. I love y'all. Mm-hmm. Big and beautiful with a belly.
Thick thighs.
Oh, Jesus. I love it.
Work those legs at the gym, y'all.
Them
Do not want chicken legs.
Thighs.
Oh, I love a good
yes.
Yes.
Whew, I love it. I love it. But yeah, and then it made me appreciate, a male physique. Because it's hard to appreciate my own, even though I should feel like I'm the baddest bitch in the land.
As you should.
Right. I should really acknowledge the fact that I'm that bitch, and when I'm sitting, I'm sitting. But it's something that I could just look at somebody and be like, damn, you look good. And I'm afraid to tell them that.
So are we stepping out of?
No, I wasn't afraid to tell the current one I'm talking about
okay.
now. I wasn't afraid to tell him that. But back then, referring back to the interlude I had,
oh yeah, right.
I'm not afraid to tell a woman that, girl, you doing the damn thing. Body on point, hair, glasses, fierce. Like I give them that because they give me that.
Right.
They show me that aspect of love. But it's something about when you meet somebody who was just catching your eye, and you just want to tell them, Lord have mercy, you look good. You are beautiful. And I told him that. I was like, you are so fine. And, we all got our perceptions of fine or whatever.
Yeah.
But it just be like, Lord, you are fine. And the moment they start trying to like degrade themselves, like, man, whatever. I ain't know. I'm like, no, fuck that. You look good.
You look good. and you know what I hope? Like, for me, I have to admit, I tell him this, but he'd be like, whatever. I still have a crush on my husband. I really do. I still have a crush on him. And I hope that other people feel that way too about their significant other. Like, you should still like get that giddy feeling. And I
want to look at you and be like, where you been at, boo? What's up? What you doing? Come over here, talk to me. Even if we in the same house together, come here. A simple ass tap to me would do fine for me. Tap me on the ass, let me know you here. I be like, ooh, boy, stop, calm down now. Wait a minute, now I'm cooking.
Or don't.
I'm cooking.
Or don't.
Like, I'm cooking now. All this grease gonna hit you. No,
we could turn the stove off.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yes. But like, just like, I love a hand around the hip. I love an embrace like from behind.
It's just soft things. Right?
It just feels like somebody has you.
It doesn't always have to be like on a sexual. No,
intimacy.
Intimacy is a great thing. Just like a nice little forehead kiss.
Simple things.
Simple things.
If you hold my hand, I swear I feel on top of the world. And you talking to a person who barely got that. So when I finally was able to experience somebody holding my hand and in public, I felt so damn good. I felt like it felt like a new wave of energy. Like, yes. And I think intimacy ties into me actually being involved with them too. Mm-hmm. Like, if I can't, to me, it's intimate when I see you in that aspect. Oh, I want to share this. Can I share this?
Of course.
Okay, so we already talked about marriage, right? Mm-hmm. And how I really love and obsess over it, right? So, I had a dream. I'm not going to tell you who. I'm going to tell you after we, get out of here. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to tell you who it was about. I had a dream that I was getting married. So, music ties away into this. Victoria Monet was playing on my TV and I had fell asleep.
Ah.
Her song Dive came on, and the back end of the song is an instrumental, so it's just like violins and the beat and how like very, what's the word, whimsical it sounds. It was so beautiful when I saw me literally getting married to somebody I was walking with my nice white tux with a long ass tail train dragging behind me. And I'm walking up these steps because apparently where he at and the preacher at is sitting at the top of the steps. I had steps in my video. So I'm like, damn, am I really imagining my video all over again? What the fuck? And it's with this person? Okay. So walking up these beautiful steps with the train dragging behind me, and as the beat going, the dream was like really capturing all that in real time. So I'm seeing all the like sparkles and all the like graphics happening in real time while I'm walking with a smile on my face, meeting this person who I'm about to share my life with. And it's just like, wow, I got all this from this. First of all, the song is very sexual, but it's sensually sexual, and it's like very like. Have you heard it?
I haven't. I'm gonna have to listen to it after this.
You have to listen to it. Oh my God, Victoria Monet, girl, you did that. Your pen is everything. But I think it was smart for her to put that instrumental in the back and let the song breathe, and that's what my dream captured. And it saw marriage while that was happening. Why? I don't know. All I know is I was dreaming, and it felt like a lucid dream. I was able to create and mold it as it was happening, but I didn't have to do much of the work. It just happened on its own. So as the song building its climax up to finally stop, I'm at the end saying I do and celebrating. And I woke up, can I tell you, I wanted to fucking cry. Cause the damn dream was over. I was mad. I was so upset. Like, but not in a bad way. It was like, I want this to like keep going. Like, what's after this
to happen? What's going on?
It was so beautiful. It was so beautiful, and I guess that's why and I feel like it's because marriage always sits in my brain. It always. I'm obsessed with love. I love love. That is crazy to say, but it's the truth. I love love in all its entirety. And to have that dream and it be about someone in particular. Now, we may not even end up together, and I'm fine with that.
Right.
I'm fine, because I understand life happens. But just to know that I have that little piece of nugget of an experience in my head about you says a lot.
It does. Like, I mean, I get marriage is definitely like the end goal, but...
Not even the end goal. Just a stepping stone. Because I know after marriage, I'm going to really experience life with you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So marriage is a big integral part of it because we coming together and saying, we both doing this together. We both going west on I-10 together. so
not going west on I-10.
So when I see marriage, I see it as a beautiful union, a beautiful time of celebration and growth. Because I know the work after is going to be even better. Because then I'll be able to say and look back and say, remember our wedding day? It was so beautiful. I'm looking at you and can't wait to say I do come out my mouth. I'm looking at you looking beautiful in that tuxedo by Tom Ford. And I'm just spitballing. It ain't got to be Tom Ford. I'm just saying if it is. Thank you. And seeing my parents be happy for me. Seeing my cousin finally say, bitch, you did it. You finally did it. Because I know she gets tired of me talking about love. She like, you did it, bitch. You made it. To see my best friend as my best woman in this beautiful tailored suit. Because I wanted her in a suit with some cute heels and big flowy hair. Because she my best woman.
Oh, I love
She got
that.
the looks extravagant. And while everybody's wearing black or white, she's the everybody that comes support me wearing my color, which is purple. I'm wearing purple, the most extravagant purple, while everybody is wearing variants of the purple. And then he's wearing his color, his extravagant color, and all his family and friends are wearing his combination of those colors to create a union. So we merge together as one. I can't wait to experience that. I cannot wait. I'm not in a hurry. Don't get me wrong. I'm not in a hurry to get married.
No, you have time, definitely.
I just love where my mind and my heart go when I think about it.
Because it's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
If done right, it is a beautiful thing.
Oh, very. Very. Because I always saw myself married with somebody who loved me, who supports me, who honors me, who cherishes me, who's devoted to me, and likewise to him. I would meet their parents and they would fall in love with me because they love me that I love their son, and vice versa. Ooh, that shook me, girl. Yes. But that's, I always, if anything, if music aside, if anything I wanted out of life is somebody to love me back and love me wholeheartedly. Because I know once I have that, once I actually get that, they're going to be so blessed beyond measure, because they don't know. Love to me is like the infinite power that I possess. I could never run out of it.
Right.
So, you love me? You want me? You want to be with me forever and always? Baby, the world just opened up for you. You ain't got to worry about nothing. Not even a financial way. Not even a more like materialistic way. More in the way of like, I'm going to show up for you every time. I'm going to be the person you can come talk to about anything. Even if you just want a listening ear, I'm down for it. I don't care what the hell I'm doing. I can stop. And be all that for you. Because I know if I need you, you do the same for me.
And that is a word. Because, sometimes you're going to have to pull up.
Right.
Sometimes you're going to have to show up. Sometimes you might have to call out of work.
Right.
But you know what? Fuck that job.
I'm down to do that if it means you're going to be all right.
Right. I 100% agree with that.
And that's what I think a lot of my exes didn't really understand, because they weren't trying to stick the course to figure it out. While they were focused on trying to figure out what our dynamic in a relationship was going to be, I was trying to figure out how I'm going to be able to please you, how I'm going to best love you the way you see fit. What is your love language so I can best understand it and provide that? What makes you happy? What makes you sad? What makes you upset? What's something that I do that gets on your nerves so I know not to even either do it around you, or we can come to a happy medium about what we can do to change that? What are your feelings? What is your favorite color? What type of music you like? If you like to play games, what is your hobbies? What is something important to you that you put time and effort in so I can show up and support you? Because that way, when I give you all I got, I'm an artist. I write music. I do videos. I edit. I record. I mix. I master. I do graphics. I design websites. I code. I do all of that. You know, and you're going to know this because I'm going to tell you what my dreams and aspirations are. You're going to see everything that I'm doing because I'm going to be living my best life regardless. You're going to know it. And once you see that, you'll show up for me in the same way. You'll always be in the cut, always watching me because you like what you see. You like how I move. You know ain't nobody going to hurt me, but you're going to be there for the protection just in case.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I look for in a person, to be there. To be present. I'm not even asking for money or materialistic because I got that. I got that. And if you got it, good. Thank God. At least you got something. Because I know these bills ain't cheap and we gonna go half on it. We gonna make some shit shake. But to be present, to be there, to be in the moment with somebody and say, I'm with you. I got you. You ain't even got to be up my ass like talking about. I just want to know that when I need you, you there. And I'm not the type of person to call you away from anything you're doing. I'm the type of person is when you get home, can I have your undivided attention? Can I have a moment with you so I can sit and talk with you and discuss your day? Let me rub your feet so you can be comfortable so we can actually sit and watch this movie and talk with each other and discuss how life has really got us fucked up, but we in this thing together.
Baby, you have done your work. That's for damn sure. You know what you want and what you deserve. Yes. And I am here for it. I'm so here for it.
Like there's a even with the Where I Want to Be video, there was a clip I released, like a kind of like a trailer to it, and it was a self-affirmations thing. I deserve love. I deserve love that is kind, that is caring, a love that is not abuse, a fulfilling love. And then at the end of it, I say I deserve all the good things in life. I call that into a total package because I do deserve everything good in life, as we all do.
And it goes back to what you said, no more struggle love.
Yes.
And struggle love does not always mean financial. You can struggle in every other aspect in your life.
Yes. Like people, like communication is the key, but if you can't comprehend shit, you don't know shit. So that's why I want to know the love language so I know how to best talk to you. So I can understand you. So I can feel you. That way, it's not just my life partner. I'm experiencing you all over again because I know I have the privilege to know you in another way that is not just my lover, my friend, my soulmate. I know you as a person, a human, who is sharing time on this earth with me. That is a privilege to know somebody in aspect. And I see, and you know what, I'm going to say this to you because I love you.
Oh,
You are amazing.
thank you. I love you as well.
Do you know how much of a privilege it is to know a person not just as a friend, your doula, your wife, your daughter? That's 4 people I know already just by this conversation. That is a privilege. Everybody don't know that side of you. And you welcome me into your home. That showed me like, damn, I'm a bitch really that good. They just invite me over and we can just kiki and talk about life and what inspires us and what drives us to do what we want to do in life. That's a privilege because not everybody gets that. So I try to tell folks, when you know somebody past just one thing, that is a privilege because they don't have to tell you nothing. They don't even have to show you anything. But to show me like you love music, you're a gamer, you do what you do, you're a friend, you're a family, you're a protector, because he told me the shit he do.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, okay. This could work. This could really work. But by all means, I'm still that bitch. So I'm going to I'm going to sit pretty and I'm going to do me until somebody make up their mind on who they want. Because by all means, what you see ain't really what you're going to get. Because what you see is somebody who's already established. What you're going to get is somebody who's going to give you more than what you thought you was going to get. But you got to come with it.
Mm-hmm.
Come with it. You ain't got to have it all together. I'm not even asking you to have it all together because I'm not even actually be perfect.
I know people we grow in time.
Yeah, we grow. We all have our own journey. You own your own journey yourselves, and you trying to figure yourself out. Well, I'm gonna take you away from that. No, be on your journey, and if I can join you, if I'm allowed to join you in your journey, that's a blessing to me because you've let me in. Now I know you as something else. Now I know you as a traveler in life. Because we're all traveling in life. Some slower than others. But that's okay. Some of us have to slow down. Because some of us need to fucking slow down.
Again, we all had to come still at one point.
Yes.
And I call it the Great Reset.
Yes. Of course.
The Great
The
Reset.
great. If anything... Girl, you got me started. If anything, life taught me was... I am not my past. I can grow and I can experience good things and I can believe that it's for me. So love is for me because I just love it so much. I love the thought of having a life partner that I can just come home to. I love the thought of like just reciprocation, the union, the peacefulness. Just being there. I love the thought, just the thought alone of that. And I'm figuring all this out at the age of 28. But I knew this when I was 6 years old. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. when my sexuality came into play, I knew who I was at 6 years old, and all those years was just me trying to figure out how to best form my thoughts. When I got into school and realized, okay, these words match these thoughts, I'm able to pinpoint all of this now because I know what the fuck I was talking about.
Right.
I didn't have the language or the verbiage for it then. I do now. So I'm able to tell people, I'm not a hopeless romantic. I'm a hopeful romantic. I'm very hopeful with love.
I like that.
Yes.
I really like that.
I'm very hopeful with it because even though I keep getting my heart broken, I still find a way to grab a hold of the way I feel for somebody and let it flourish. Look, you can never get rid of love. You can never get rid of love. You can't.
That was beautiful. By the way, that was just so damn beautiful.
Thank you. I ain't mean to go that deep, but I just felt like that was
beautiful, and it was the moment that and it calls for it. It really did.
Yeah, and to bring it back to you, because it was about you and I made it about me. I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. I'm just the voice who does this. It's okay. This episode is about you. It's okay.
But seeing how you interact with your husband and y'all interact with each other, it like made me like smile inside.
Thank you.
Because I'm just so happy for anybody who has that, who has somebody to love. I tell everybody, you selfish if you don't appreciate what you got with you. I met him. He wasn't repulsed by me because my sexuality walked through the door before I did. He shook my hand. Oh, hey, what's up? I'm in my brain. I'm like, oh shit. Hey, yeah, I'm Anthony. How you doing? You know, and I'm looking at like, yes, girl. Period. And I met my best friend's boyfriend, and it was the same thing. Open arms. Hey, how you doing? I'm like, oh, hey, yeah, I'm good. Yeah, this is my best friend. We grew up together, all that. And he was just so receptive of me. I didn't have that all the time.
Right.
People, when they see a gay guy next to their girlfriend, they think, oh, you fucking her. That's just a lie. No, this is my girl. She helped me. She saved me. She reminded me I'm that bitch.
Right.
And showed me early on that I can do that. She showed me early on and reminded me that I'm everything that I should be. So yes, she gonna be in my life, and the fact that she wanted me to meet him, because I told her, girl, you ain't got to want me. Look, you ain't got to really want me to meet him if you don't want me to. This is your relationship. This ain't got nothing to do with me. She's like, no, I care for you.
Right. I mean, that's definitely like a look. I mean, I know everybody used the term ally these days, but you know, I'm very open to people for who they are.
Yeah.
And how
and I got that real quick.
Like, I'm very open to that.
Yeah.
Like, I will fight somebody down up to somebody else, because everybody deserves to have that comfortability and realness of who they are and their oneness. So, you know,
and that's why I keep coming to the pop-up. Like, at first I was coming for Dawn because that's my girl. I love her. She saved my life too. She doesn't know it. I haven't told her. I'll get into it in a little bit. But when I met her and then met the people that she had working for her, when I met you, I said, oh my God, this woman is so sweet. Like, I'm literally about to tear up. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It's like, I just felt like I could just talk to you and it could be received. And it's like, I met Allie and that's my girl. We cool and we kick it. And now she DJs my shows when I need her. Like, I met Chef Bonnie. Love her. Got to hang out with her outside of the pop-up. And she was just so much fun to be around. Shout out to Steph. Hey, girl. I love you, boo. We the hot, what we call ourselves? The hot pepper steppers?
Oh,
no, the hot street steppers. Because we be in the streets dancing, me and Steph. And, you know, Bonnie is the hotness of it because she the cook.
She the cook. Oh, my God.
But
I love that.
Hot street steppers, baby. But I go to the pop-up. Yeah, I see Dawn because I just get a renewed energy from her that I love when I talk to her. She always reminds me, like, you dope. Don't ever forget that. Then I meet y'all, and it's just like, wow, it's like a whole hub full of women that just want to just make great shit and just be a positive thing to the world. And because of that, I kept coming back, not only because the food is delicious, because it really is, but for the comfort I feel when I'm with y'all. Every time I'm around y'all, I just feel so good, and I can take on the week. That's why I keep coming back. I be tired as hell going to work, but I tell folks I go to New Orleans because I've experienced so much good there that I can't help but have to go back, just so I could take a piece of it with me every week to get through it. Because it's a daily battle to try to stay happy and be positive. You know, depression is a motherfucker.
Isn't it?
It's a lot, and I get a renewed sense of satisfaction when I'm with y'all. Now, when I miss a few pop-ups, that's because the bitch couldn't get out of bed. That just happens.
Understand.
Okay? But it's just never not know that I appreciate the energy that y'all have put upon me, because every time I'm with y'all, I manage to come out of my shell even more. I'm like, even though it seems like I'm just the life of the party, I'm gonna dance my ass off, but it's just because I just feel good. When I feel good, when I'm comfortable, I feel great, because I'm not worried about nothing. I ain't worried about what nobody's saying about me. I'm not worried about how everybody feel about nothing. I'm hanging out with wonderful people at a wonderful time, eating wonderful food, and sharing wonderful memories.
Right. But also, you got to remember, like, it's such a balancing act when it comes to all of our energies. And I think we have the perfect balance, because obviously, like, Dawn and Allie, they are high energy, and they will just, jump in the street if they want to. They would just, bend over and just shake a little
ass,
something,
all that,
or just, hi everybody. They're very,
very outgoing.
They're very, very outgoing. And I think the balance is me and Bonnie are kind of like
just
a little bit more reserved with it.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, we have fun too, and we laugh.
Oh, of course,
and we keep with them, but it's just like it's a very nice balance with
the structure
the way it
is like
it's wonderful, because it's all respect. It's all a genuine likeness of everyone.
Yes.
Which I think also just makes it great. It's not very often that you can find
a
workplace
at that
of people together that is, and it is still a job. Like, we tear down, but we still have
y'all still get work done.
We still have group messages of just work conversations.
Yeah.
Like, we talk about work. We really do. But we can still have a good time while we're doing the work. So, but thank you. I mean, I can't speak on behalf of them, but I will say that I'm pretty sure that they would. I'm very touched.
Yeah,
I'm very, very touched you feel that way. Yoko also feels very touched. That is my Pomeranian. You guys will get to know him as well.
But it's like, I'm very happy. I'm thankful, because I needed to meet y'all to feel that, and to be reminded that you good, you all right. People tell me that, and I don't be believing it, but when you feel it, that's when you know it.
Right.
So that's why I'm very happy to experience the things that I do. That's why I'm glad to do this, because I met you and then didn't think that I was gonna meet your husband, and then to see how y'all interact with each other, that was the most beautiful shit to me. Like, that was just like, wow, like you better fucking help. You right, yes. Put it on and pop. Like,
for y'all who don't know,
all right.
I am not very tech savvy at all. My husband tends to be a bit more of a gamer. My husband also is a DJ. He understands this world so much better than I. Oh my God, this dog.
Hey, boo.
Sir, I am talking. Jesus. And
I like how he scurries the floor when he gets
so cute. And to be honest, I kind of had trouble putting this on today, and I needed him to fix my laptop and fix my microphones, and he came upstairs and calmed me down and fixed everything for me and renamed everything for me so I can know how to find it. And God bless him, because Lord knows I don't think he's definitely my tech guy. I don't know if I'm gonna have to give him that credit. He is my tech guy.
But yes, it's all of that and then some, because when I'm like this, when you meet good people, you want to keep them in your life as long as you can.
Absolutely.
So even though we don't see each other every day, I still feel like, at least when I see y'all online, it's like that same feeling, like, okay, girl,
You
I
doing
see
all right.
you.
I see you.
I see you. Yeah. So, and to jump back to Dawn and how she saved me, like I went through some shit, and her. That's why I have the Golden Heart, her first album, tattooed on my right arm.
I did not know that.
Yeah. I'm a college dropout. I did 1 year. Loved it. Art Institute in Jacksonville. I loved it. I was like, I went for film. I'm a big music video head, so I really wanted to do that. I really like, and then it was a way to me to kind of sharpen my skills a little bit because I was always self-taught. So why not go to school for it and really hone in on it? A lot happened. I couldn't afford it. It was a private school. Didn't know that. But I had to pay that damn I had to pay that shit back. I had to pay for it. So I had to grapple with the fact that I had to move back home with my mother. And this is not a diss to her. It's just that I didn't plan for that.
Of course not.
The plan was to leave home and succeed. And show her that, look what your son is doing. I moved 2 hours away from her. Back then we were staying in Georgia. So I'm out here in this new place on my own, but I'm getting a sense of a new wave of comfortability because people are now, they want to work with me. They see what I can do. They're excited to work with me. And I still keep in contact with lots of them. We still support each other and everything. They're doing great shit. But having to go back home and grapple with the fact that I was a college dropout. When I was in college is when this album came out. Dawn was singing songs that reflected what I was going through, and I was trying to figure out, you wrote this for me. Return of a Queen is one of the songs on there. She said, baby, it's a shame that my kingdom has come to this. That's what I felt with everything. How all the stuff that I work hard for is not coming down. Then I had to move back home into an environment that I didn't want to be at in the first place.
Right.
Because I didn't feel supported at home. Not from my mother, but for who she was dealing with at the time. And to grapple with that depression and having to go through that and try to be okay with, okay, this is just a setback. You can keep going. To the point where now I really don't want to go back to school because that memory is always dark to me, even though it wasn't always like that. But even having that dark cloud over it made me feel like I can't go back and do that because, one, I couldn't afford it. I had to get out. It was hard to get a job because they were snatching the area I was in. They were snatching them bitches up left and right and could do nothing. I didn't know how to get a job because I didn't have that knowledge. I didn't know how to fill out a resume. I did not know where to go to get an application. I didn't know none of that. So to grapple with all of that and depression and how I was going through and what I was going to do and trying to at least keep some type of creative spark in my brain, her artistry helped me get through it. Listening to her speak about her going through her things and her persistency and how she was able to like keep going in spite of her groups being disbanded and everything coming at her left and right, she was still able to be Dawn Richard and be the top bitch that I know that she is. She is the queen of my eyes. So when I see her, it's nothing but flowers. I got nothing but flowers and love and respect and honor and loyalty to you. Because not only have you helped me in a way of knowing how to project myself, you saved me mentally and emotionally. I can also credit my best friend. If I didn't call her, I don't know if I'd be sitting here. Shout out to Landriana. She always got my back. That's who I came from to because I saw her recently.
Right.
Like I went through a lot.
And depression is a hard thing.
Very, and
it's very difficult.
In the black household, they don't know what to do with that.
Oh, that
they don't know what to do with that at all. They don't know what to do with that depression. You better pray about it and shut the fuck up.
Exactly. You got to pray about it.
And I thought about that. I was like, okay, so y'all not finna pray this away like y'all trying to pray the gay away. It's not gonna happen. Y'all can't. We got to start having some healthy conversations and some dialogue and some dynamics on what the fuck this shit is, because this ain't it. That's why I always love her, and because I honor her and cherish her everything that she does in life, I will always show up for her because she showed up to me in ways that she probably didn't expect to. Golden Heart came out, one of my favorite albums ever. In my top 10 albums, is listed in there. Then Blackheart came out, and she really fucked the game up then, because I'm like, girl, at some point you got to stop writing this about me, girl. I'm feeling all of this.
How do you know my life?
How do you know my life, girl? And you know, being a fan of her, you start being, you know, connected with the friend, like a few friends here, because they a fan of her as well. So that's how I knew who Vadron was. I knew him before he knew me, because I would see him a lot, and I would follow him just to see, you know, like the concerts and the things of that nature, what she was doing, because it kept me dialed into whatever, you know. And he's good with that. He's a when he's a fan, he's a fan.
Oh, honey, he is a fan.
So he was just like, why I never noticed you before? I was like, it's not an issue. It's okay. Like, I'm not upset about it. I'm just letting you know that I knew you way longer before we started talking to each other. I was just so happy to see you, like, post and, you know, be out at concerts and having a good time. That's just, you know. So shout outs to him. Shout outs to Peja. I love you. Her fans are so dope. Like, she literally had fans, well, I wouldn't say they're fans, they're more like family, because they're a group of creatives. They're mostly all artists, amazing artists at that too.
And that goes back to that support.
Yes,
It truly goes back to that support.
and the way she pours into us, especially as independent artists, she I'm just now saying this, she was the first major person to buy my album, 25 copies of it at that.
Don't make me sit here and cry.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Rebel, it tripped me out, because I didn't think, you know, what? I'm thinking in my brain, like, girl, quit playing with me. You ain't got to do this. Because she already told me she had bought it on iTunes already.
Right.
But you want 25 physical copies? I got it. But you ain't got to do this. But the way that showed me, like, wow, the person that inspires you the most loves what you do. And
if that ain't validation, I
don't know what is, because when I had, like, the first pop-up she ever did, I had she had told me, I can't wait to hear your EP. That's when I had put out an EP before the album. I said, girl, how the hell you know that? She's like, I be seeing you, like, she's sneaky. She's sneaky. Like, I'm not saying she got to like everything. She ain't got to. But I know she sees it. She sees everything. That's how I know how dialed in she is. How do you even know about this EP? Yeah, I see you post about it all the time. Yeah, I can't wait to hear it. I sampled a lot of stuff from her. That first pop-up, I asked her to give me, can I get permission to sample some things from you? She said, go crazy. I don't care. You got it. The first EP had a sampled of shit of one of her SoundCloud songs, and it says, I can still feel him on me. And then I use that intro to dial in of me saying, I can't believe this is what became of me, because I still feel you with me, but we're not together. We're apart now, but I still feel that wave of you sitting right on me. And then go into the album, which I named it Rebel. Shout out to my dad, because he came up with the name of it and didn't know about it. Oh yeah, he was just like, you're a rebel, son. And I'm like, where the hell that come from? He was like, because you do what you want. The music that I was like, I'm doing, I didn't go off a structure of what's popping right now. I just went off of how I felt. If I wanted to dance one day, I got a dance track. If I wanted to feel something here, I wanted to talk about it. If I wanted to, like, give you something sultry and vibrant, I did that. Then I sampled a few things from her again on the album. Frequency is one of my favorite songs from her, and I sampled that on the very last track, Cloud 9, because it just matched so perfectly with it. And I oh yes, did that again with my first single from this album, Exit. I swear he said he loved me. I swear he told that to him and me. You heard that correctly. That's her, and I sampled that. And I was like, wow, am I really just going through her catalog and just taking bits and pieces of it? Just like, why am I doing this? But I realized that it was my way of showing her that, you know, I love you. And this is what I'm doing to honor you, because I credit her and everything. Oh, check the credit, she's listed. And I wanted her to know that you've done a lot for me, even if you think you haven't. You moved my soul. You've expanded my mind, taught me how to go genreless.
Yes.
Go however I feel and whatever I want, and do it to the best of my ability. Now I'm working on album number 2. It's crazy as hell.
But you know what's the great thing about this? You know, the fact is, it took you 4 years to really work on Rebel. And you kind of had to, like, break it down and do it again. Break it down and do it again. But the great thing is, once you finally got it out, it really got you into, like, the motivation and the push to be like, okay, that's done. Let's do another one.
Right.
And another one.
Right.
And that's kind of like, and that's
Man.
the great thing about moving forward and doing the things that you want to do on your journey.
Right.
Because once you start, and he's like, oh, this didn't hurt so bad, or, you know, this is, you know, it feels good, or, you know, like, you get a certain emotion when you, like, you succeeded in that part of your journey.
Yes.
So once you do that, you're like, oh, okay, I can do this now.
Yeah.
I can do this. I can do this.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's the...
So that's, man, girl, yes. Like, it just felt good. And looking back on it now and being like, wow, I finally put that album out. And then I really one up myself with the video. Where I Want to Be is still one of my favorite videos I ever shot. My favorite. Because as stressful as it was to get everything done, it was the most fun I've ever had on a set. My co-star was just right there, fully supportive every step of the way. Before we even did the shoot, I was talking with him back and forth FaceTime, and he came all the way from Texas to come to New Orleans to shoot.
That's so dope.
You in Austin, you traveling 8 hours. You ain't got to do this. He was like, but I sent him everything and what the vision is for. He loved it. He like, this is amazing. You really thought about everything. I was like, yeah, you know. And he was like, of course I do this. Then when the video came out, it was doing really good. He showed his family, and they loved it. When he sent me that video, first of all, Brandon, I think he's Mexican. I think he's Mexican because they were speaking Spanish. And I did not understand nothing, but the joy on his face showed me all I needed. But it was just, my heart was like, wow, you sent this, like, first of all, you sent this early this morning. And the fact that I'm up this early in the morning, I must really needed to see this. So he had it on a big screen. His family was there. They were all watching it. They were all like excited and just happy.
Come on, reaction video.
Yeah. I was like, wow. And I need to find this. I can show you. But it was like, I did that. I did it. I sure the hell did. And Brandon, if you ever listen to this, if you ever want to be in another one of my videos, all you got to do is just say yes. I got you. Okay? Because when I tell you supportive, my God, man, that's probably one of his first time on the set doing it. He just came in there and just, I'm your love interest.
Okay.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Man, my dad loves him too because he thought he was just the coolest thing ever. He met Vadron, girl, because Vadron was there too.
Oh my God.
He calls him, what up, Bosnia?
Not Bosnia.
Yeah,
Are you
but
serious?
yeah, Vadron loves that.
That's hilarious.
My dad's silly like that. Originally, because I always want my mother and father on the set with me. I always want them there because I want them to see what I'm doing. My mother and father were there for my other video when I shot at Jam Nola.
Yeah.
So shout out to them. I love them. Hey y'all. I wanted them to both be there this time, but my mother couldn't for, personal reasons, and that was okay. I wasn't mad about it. I wanted her to be there though, because I wanted her to see the set, the buildings, and
like everything that I've been working so hard for.
Yeah.
I want you to be witness to it.
But my dad was there. and it was like he was like a kid in a candy shop. He was so excited. All the ideas that I had, I was ready to do. You could see him in the backgrounds taking pictures and shit. He was the one that actually shot the behind the scenes clips a little bit, majority of the footage, and you could hear his voice because he was there asking questions. And it was like, and I can hear him just like, "I'm proud of you."
That's all we really want.
Yeah, and I just like, whew, Daddy, don't get me like this right now. I gotta shoot. But that video was forever be my favorite one because I honored what the inner child in me wanted. I finally did it. Then to finally express what I've always wanted, which is to see myself in a music video where somebody loved me back. I've always wanted that. Then work with good people that want to work with me. Yes, I have that because quiet as it's kept, nobody was trying to throw themselves at me and work with me. Every time I ask somebody to do something, they always like, look, I can't do that. What this gonna do for me? It's not what it can do for you. It's what it can do for all of us because you're a part of something. Every time I do something with people, I want them to have an input on something. It's my vision, obviously. It's my brand. It's my thing.
Right.
But I will always give a creative part to the person that's helping me do this because we're collaborating. And I want you to feel just as important as I am in this moment. So whenever people backed out and they want to be in a video, I never hold that against them. I just never went back to them.
No, I get it. I mean, that's kind of like even the purpose of this podcast. Like, mind you, I am a doula. You know, that is my
very
passion.
important.
Definitely my passion, and I'm very, very passionate about people learning and having the education and the information. So when they are in this section of life, they know what they're getting themselves into. They're not scared anymore because they're not ignorant to this now. So when they talk to doctors, they know what they're talking about. You know, that's what I want. However, I also realize as people, we're not just parents. Right. You know, we're only pregnant for a couple months. So, you know, I want to talk about more than just that. Right. Which is why I'm having this conversation about, you know, stepping out on faith. Right. You know, and I'm going to have to. You have to. And I'm going to have different episodes about other things in life that we need to have conversations. And I can't wait. You know, I'm gonna be tuned in. Real conversations. And this podcast is about having some real conversations. And we
real girl. You got me sitting there talking to you. I have never like divulged a lot of this to anybody. So that's why I'm happy to.
And I'm very humbled at this moment. Thank you very
I'm very happy to talk to you about this because one, your presence is welcoming.
Oh, thank you.
It always has been. You've been so kind and so sweet to me, and I've always like loved being around. When y'all surprised me at Jazz Fest too, because I wasn't expecting y'all.
Oh yeah, we popped in that thing.
Y'all popped in there. When I could have just cried right there. Oh my god! Oh!
It was so funny. Like the week she came back after that performance, and she was just like, first, you know, she always gives us a hug. That's the first thing she does because she's gonna pull you into like a very big warm hug. Right. And she's just like, I knew I invited you guys, but I didn't know you guys were really coming. I was like, did I not say I was coming? Right. And I had in my face. I try not to, but I show everything on my face. Right. And I had this look of confusion, like I said I was gonna be here, so I'm here. Like, what are we confused about?
But when you so used to like
people saying that and not
showing up, that's what we get built up. That's what we get used to.
And I guess I can see that from like an artist's perspective. Yeah. Like how, you know, when people continuously say, "Oh, I'm gonna do this," and then don't. I get it. I 100% get it.
But when Steph texted me, she's like, you know, I got Bonnie and Tash too. I'm like, what? The whole group is here? Yes. Front row, let's do this shit. Like, I was just so happy. Because, like, usually when I go to concerts, I take my little cousin with me. And I told her I was going to take her to this one due to the fact, one, she can't be in the sun too long.
All them doggone people, too.
Right, all them people, too. So, I was like, look, I'm going to do Jazz Fest by myself. Because we were supposed to see her in Atlanta. We were going to see her. She was supposed to open for... Yeah, no. She supposed to so she supposed to go on tour. She supposed to open for this band. Oh, you know, no disrespect to them. I forgot their names. I'm blanking out, and I don't know why. I shouldn't. Let me get my phone and see if I can. You know, because Ticketmaster always keeps receipts. Okay.
All the receipts.
Let me see. Click my events. Purity Ring.
Okay.
That's what it was. Purity Ring. So she was supposed to open for them, and I had got the tickets. And I couldn't wait for that because I was gonna go. We was gonna drive to Atlanta. I was gonna stay at my cousin's house. I was like, girl, we're gonna see our girl again. Yeah. She was like, I said, are you still doing that show? And she's like, no. But I knew she was doing Jazz Fest, and I had got the tickets months in advance. I said, okay, that's all right. I'm gonna see you for Jazz Fest. I'm still get my life, which I'm glad I did, because I have never heard that rendition of music the way she did it. Every show I went to has always been different. So I'm glad to experience that. So yes, when y'all got that, and then I met the dancers too, I was like, wait a minute, everything is happening for full force for me. Oh my God, yes. And Vadron was supposed to come too.
He didn't. No, he did. I didn't know that.
He was supposed to come. He thought I wasn't going.
Oh.
But I had told him, what made you think that? He's like, because you never spoken nothing about it. I said, I told you when general admission tickets be available, that's when I'm going to get them. What, you thought I was lying? He was like, no, but I just didn't think. I said, Vadron, this is our girl. This is also New Orleans. You think I wasn't going to get my black ass over there? He was like, you right.
and but that's just the thing, I think, and now you're using them as well as your dancers, and I just think that's just that full circle moment that, and I keep saying it because that's kind of the topic of the day.
It is
when you pour into different people and they end up pouring back into you.
It feels so good.
It feels great. But it also lets you know that you're doing the right thing.
Yes.
You're making the right steps.
Yes.
And that's important.
Man. And then when I saw Z on stage, hold on, give me 5 minutes. I'm coming down there. I'm like, girl, for what? I mean, you okay? It's fine, but I'll stay here because I always wanted to meet you. I'm like, now mind you, I follow them. I don't be thinking nobody be following me. Real shit. I be following them because when I see good things, I follow what good things are. And she's a great, wonderful dancer.
First off, we're gonna give Z her props. Z is an Emmy award winning choreographer.
Baby.
Let's give her props.
Girl, sweetheart, you be doing the damn thing, and she showed out, and that thing was thangin'. You hear me?
That thing was thangin'.
So when they were doing the choreography, and I just felt it in my spirit to just do what I knew. But that was my first time I ever went to Jazz Fest. My very first.
I'm from New Orleans, y'all. So, I went when I was a kid. It was way back in the olden days.
Right.
Kids got to go for field trips, on
Really?
Yeah, on Thursdays and Fridays on the cheaper days. Or whatever. To be fair, back in the day, Jazz Fest was not expensive because it really was catered to more of a local feel. And then as it grew, of course, the stages grew, the artists grew.
Huge. Even the smaller stages are
still grand. They're still pretty large. So, and now you're getting all these, different
vibes and people.
It's a whole different world.
And I'm gonna put this out there. I can't wait to perform there.
Oh, you will.
I can't wait.
You will.
Yes. As soon as I told Allie, I texted her because I saw she was out there, but she wasn't out there the same day we were.
Oh.
It was a different night. I told her we gonna be up there, girl. She liked it. I said, I know. We're gonna be up there, girl. But I noticed that a lot of the places I go is first time experiences, and it's always with Dawn because I ain't never been to Essence before. Essence Fest when she performing, and Big Frida was performing that night too, and I was very happy about that. So I was
nice.
I was able to see Big Frida, then turn around and go see Normani, then turn around and go see Dawn because the time was perfect.
That was awesome. That's an awesome lineup right
there. Yes,
Hmm.
The timing was so perfect. Literally, when he was done with his set, okay, I'm finna scoop my ass over to Normani. Get that done. Got there. She showed the hell out. Scoop my ass over there to Dawn's, and I was able to get to the front row.
Nice.
I was able to get there, and I was like, wow. And that showed me I was always one degree away from Shonda too, because I didn't know she was at all those places either. I was like, wow, I was next to y'all this whole time and didn't know it. She was like, it was just meant to happen.
Right. It happens when it's supposed to happen.
Yes.
Like everything in life happens when it's supposed to happen. I feel that in my spirit.
Man. And as things start to happen, I start being more gracious, even more gracious than I already am, and appreciative of the time that people spend with me. Because I tell them, I appreciate, you don't really have to do this, but I appreciate you doing this anyway. So anytime I'm hanging out with y'all is a privilege to me. I appreciate it. Even though y'all working, it's just like, I love this because I'm just around y'all. But nah, I'm a very appreciative person. I'm like, if I hang around you, it's because there's something in you that I see that I love and that I'm glad to experience. And how many people can say that they can experience a person instead of just hanging out with a person?
Ooh. That's the one that make you think, huh?
Yeah.
You don't really think about that, like experiencing a person for who they are.
Yeah.
Versus just like, you just cooling.
Yeah. So with y'all, it's always been a good experience that I love to like keep having. And it was me welcoming all the good shit that I want and welcoming and being able to say I do deserve this, so I can have the comfortability, I can have the peace, I can have the safeness. All of that is mine and I can have it and believe it when I say it.
Belief.
You have to believe it. My God, can I tell you how many times I have talked myself out of shit?
I know how many times I have, so I understand.
Girl, when I tell you, it had to get to a point to be like, bitch, you deserve this shit. You deserve all the good things in life. And that's why I put that clip out there. And it was a kind of reminder to myself. People think I just put shit out just for people to enjoy. Yes, I want you to enjoy my art. I want you to love my music and my videos and my content. I want you to, because that's what art is. You're supposed to enjoy it making you, move you mentally, emotionally, or physically, whatever. But I put my art out for me because this is my experience and I want y'all to see what I've experienced and what I want. And now that you have this vision of it's not my music and my videos are basically like a big ass vision board.
That's my vision board.
Period. Which also, I have a song called Visions that I wrote. It's to a New Orleans bounce beat. As soon as it's done, y'all gonna love it. I'm trying to get somebody special featured on that. Can't wait for that moment to happen. It's gonna happen. I'm gonna let it happen naturally because I just know for a fact when it's finished, it's gonna be delicious. But even in that song was, oh my God, okay, I'm gonna tell you. That song, I wrote that. Remember the dream I told you about that I had about getting married? It was about that same person.
Oh.
And I had a huge crush on him.
I need to know who this person is off the record.
Oh, I will. I'm gonna tell you.
You will tell me.
Yes, I will tell you. I had a crush on him, and I wrote the song Visions, kind of like a two-parter to a certain song. I'm gonna tell you out there because I don't want nobody to connect the dots. Look, I know all these thoughts coming in my head like that. Okay, so the first verse was, I think of you in real time. One look at you and now I cannot get you out my mind, like Romeo and Juliet, except we don't die. Now if you with it, then let's just give it a try. I'm a little on the wild side, but I keep it cute for you, it's no lie. And when you want it, just give me the eye. Yes, I do have options, but I'm quickly give them up just for you to be the one that I can call my only love. I wrote that off a crush.
Oh my gosh. That's so cute.
Because you got me thrown off in the best way, like a teenage crush on a school day. You so fine, you make a bitch want to relocate, drive a few states just to see your face.
Ow.
I hope whoever I sent that song to, I'm not going to tell everybody. I hope who I sent that song to, I hope they give it back to me and I hope they murder it. I hope they do whatever they want to it, because I know as soon as they do, it's gonna be the very next thing I put out, unless I change my mind.
I'm here for all of it.
I already have a video concept for it. I already know how I want to roll it out. I know, like, look.
That's very cute.
Yes. So it was just me, like, a lot of these songs are just thoughts and feelings that I have in my brain that I put to paper or put to my phone and type up or write. I start off with the thoughts. I write how I'm feeling or what's on my mind today, kind of like a Facebook post.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will figure out, okay, what made these thoughts come to life? What brought this out of you? Then I form the song form it in a structure. Then I always start with the verses. If I don't have a melody, I always start with the verses. Because to me, choruses are hard to figure out. They're really hard to figure out. But if it's like instant and it comes naturally, then I build just off the chorus itself. I see it all with you, so baby, tell me what you want to do, because I'm all in if you are too. I see all of what we could be if you end up with me. That's the chorus. And I just build off from that.
You sitting here dropping bombs right now. I don't know if y'all realize this, but for the songwriters out there, that's a little nugget.
Yes. Yeah. To me, writing songs is like a great creative outlet, because I'm able to take a thought that I have and turn it into something beautiful.
Right.
Even if I'm angry, because believe me, I be angry. But I use that energy and put it towards the music. Even if it's just me talking bad, I can still say it's art, because I have formed it in a way that it can be beautifully received. I have a song called Black Roses. I hate to say it, but I'd rather dance on your grave than let you lay up with me for another day. You the type to play games I don't want to play, and I can do without you, so I'm here to say, I have no more time for lies. This shouldn't be a big surprise, but my love for you has died like black roses.
I actually fuck with that. Like, wait a minute now.
It feels so good to talk music with people, because I don't really get to do this often. So when
Really?
My cousin is my biggest fan, and she wants me to just put shit out, just release it, just drop it. But I tell her the shit ain't done, girl. She like, bitch, I don't give a fuck. Put it out. Like that's her. Like that's the only reason why Water was seeing the light of day. I had a whole nother single lined up to release. It was gonna be something completely different from this. But when I let her hear this, she was just like, bitch, I need that. I want this on the playlist. I need to put this out. I said, fuck it. Okay, girl, I'll do it for you.
But I get it, because I mean, I know, like, you're an artist. Like, obviously you write your own songs and you put things together and you have your concepts. But now I would say not a lot of people really care about the thought process behind sometimes the songs and the videos. So I think that's probably why it's sometimes hard for you to talk to different people about said music.
Right. Because it tripped me out when my dad told me, he was like, I got it. When he had heard the album, baby, when he heard it, he got it. Technically, he ends the album. I just added bonus tracks for a little, razzle-dazzle.
A little razzle-dazzle effect.
Yeah, but he was like, I understood it, and it was good. It was great.
I love it. I love the generational conversations between, like, artists and, like, family members. I love it.
Oh, that's his lane. He loves it. He loves it.
Well, he's
Talk
a musician,
music.
so it makes sense.
But it felt good to know that he got it. Like, you understood the whole concept. It was based about me going through the motions of me dealing with my black gay life. And you hear all the memories along the way. You hear my auntie. You hear my mother. You hear my cousin. You hear... Excuse me, you hear a friend of mine say her 2 cents, and then you hear my dad at the end with his voicemail that he didn't think would end up on the album. That was a voicemail he had sent to me. And because I loved it so much, I said that can be the ending of the album.
So speaking of your album,
now
we have a new one coming out, because we already have Rebel, which is already released.
Yes.
You can check on Tidal.
Yes.
Check on Spotify.
It's all there.
Where else is it?
Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon, YouTube, anywhere music is sold or streamed.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have something being released on June 10th.
Yes, my new single called Water. It's a very sexy song that I'm very proud of and can't wait. It's produced by Tony Sway. Shout outs to him. He's an amazing producer. Yes, that's coming, and I'm thinking about something with that one too, so I can't wait for that.
Here for all the sensuality.
Yes, and you know what? This next album is basically me not being afraid to say what I really want to say.
And I'm here for it. I mean, you know, we're past the fears now.
Yes.
We're here to talk now.
Now I can say, I want to have sex, and I want to have mind-blowing sex. I want to feel good, but not in a sexual way. I want to be able to scream and shout at the sky and know that the moon ain't gonna scream back at me. Well, that's how my mind is. Like, I'm just playing. But it's basically me saying all the things that I was afraid to say in the first album.
And I was like, and don't even apologize for even that, because I'm like, if you want the moon to scream or not scream, that's fine. That is still your release.
Thank you.
And that is, so we're not gonna pull it back. We're just gonna move forward. Right?
Yes, of course.
So when do we? Are you still working on your second album?
Yes, technically I'm still working on my second album. I'm waiting for a few features to get back to me, and I can't wait for a special one. Please, girl, I'm waiting on you. Yes, I already have a name for it. I want to say the name of it. Should I wait?
It's up to you. I would not force your hand, but I would love to also have an exclusive.
Yes, okay. So my next album is called Mind Games.
Ooh.
And it's basically all of my inner thoughts come to life in a more...
I think my dog approved. Go ahead.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Basically, yeah, me not being afraid to say what I really want to say and really give y'all more in-depth things of how my mind works as opposed to other things of what I went through as well. It is a continuation of Rebel, so it's kind of like a trilogy thing.
Oh, come on with the trilogies. I'm here for it. I wonder where you got that from.
Yes. Because she gave me the idea. She did. Yes. It is kind of like a trilogy. I gave you Rebel, which what I was going through on the outside. And Mind Games is what I be going through on the inside.
Right.
And then the third project, which is like a concept album about love. And I'll let you know later on down the line.
Well, I mean, obviously, we're going to have to do another one because this has gone on for a while.
Yes.
But it's okay because,
if you stuck around this long, Thank you.
Because I mean, this is just great conversation. Just because like it's necessary to have these conversations.
Yes.
And obviously, we kind of jumped around from like career to defining love to family to just friendships and tiers of friendships, existence. We've talked about so many different things. It's fine because I'm like, but that's what makes having these conversations so thrilling and rewarding. Just because sometimes people just don't like to talk, and it's just like and it's like, but it's so great to have open conversations and realize you're not the only person who's thinking this way. You're not the only, I'm pretty sure you're not the only hopeful romantic out there. And I mean, I'm just here for it, and I can't wait till you find that person who's gonna appreciate and protect your soul and not just take from your soul.
Thank you.
You're welcome, babe. And I'm very happy. I'm humbled to have this conversation with you, and I just can't wait to see what comes from your future and see the artist that you grow to be, because it's something special here, and I'm happy with it.
Girl, don't make me blush, girl. Don't do that.
You gonna make me blush, brother. You gotta blush.
This is great.
This is great. Thank you all so much for listening.
Oh, wait. Oh. Follow me on all the socials.
Oh, yes. Y'all. I'm so sorry.
Oh, we gotta.
All the tags.
You gotta plug your socials first, because you the star.
Oh, but I'm just at Tash the Doula. So that is TashTheDoula
on Instagram. Yes, and this is Anthony Hale. You can find me at officialanthony.com. You can also find me on IG at officialanthonyhale. That's official Anthony, ANTHONYHALE, because apparently they like to say HELL, which is funny. My YouTube channel, just type in my name, you'll get me. You'll also get another Anthony Hale that raps, but he's a Christian rapper. That's not me.
That's not you.
That is not me. If any music that I release has my picture on it, so you know who exactly it is.
Though he's fire. He's good.
He's good. And that's the thing. I'm not mad at it.
I just don't. He's just not you.
I'm not mad at it because I checked him out and I was just like, you are amazing at what you do.
it's just not me.
Can I have this name though? Because I was here first. I have the YouTube. I was verified on YouTube first. No, I'm just playing.
We're not gonna get in the fight right now.
Right? No, and he a man of the cloth too. I can't do that. I can't do that. No, I'm a sinner. I'm a heathen.
I'm gonna say we're worldly people.
Very worldly.
We're just worldly.
Very. And you know what? He created the world, so
there we go.
Why not be of it?
Of it.
Right?
Guys, thank you guys so much. This is the end of this episode.
Thank you for
Working Out
me.
the Kinks, the podcast, and we're gonna meet up again because this was awesome.
Of course.
Goodbye for now.